Remember how easy it was to learn your ABCs? Thank the Mickey Mutineers. They invented them.
There are thousands of Disney podcasts on the internet, and this is one of them. I'm Jake.
I'm Josh.
I'm Jordan.
And you're listening to Mickey Mutineers!
Tonight, we have an abbreviated episode for you as we go over Diz Twitter controversies of 2022. But first, a word from our sponsor, Beaker's Museum of Oddities and More.
Me.
Thank you, Beaker.
Me.
I can't believe we actually got Beaker on the show.
Yeah,
That was a hell of a get.
Yeah, no, well, our business manager worked really hard on that.
Hey, Josh, you give that succulent plant a big, wet, sloppy kiss for me. That was fantastic.
Yeah, I spit in him earlier.
Why did I not see that coming?
Crazy. So,
This is how we're starting the year. This is it.
So, Jake, you got your computer up?
No, hold on.
Oh no! How are we doing? this?
No, Jake. He said computer.
Oh, yeah, computer's up. Right.
Okay. Been trying to keep myself busy lately, keep my mind active. So
Where's this
I've found out that I'm really, really good at identifying birds. Jake, bring up a bird. Hurry.
Okay, hold on.
Just any bird.
Hold on, I got one. Okay, hold on.
I mean, it's got to be a real bird, though.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Cartoon birds or fingers or big birds.
Well, there goes my second joke. Asshole.
Yeah.
Does this work? What? Oh my gosh. Okay.
This is unscripted.
Keep talking about birds, Josh. So let me explain. So for some reason, Google Chrome still doesn't like my webcam. So I'm on Microsoft Edge. And sharing this is like, hey, you want to share Microsoft Edge tab? I'm like, no, because I had Google Chrome over here. And now I got to research this thing.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. I should have told you that you needed to be ready to share your screen.
Well, I was, and then I wasn't. So,
are you again yet?
Almost. Okay, now I am. Here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
So, Josh, you're gonna.
Yeah. Any bird, as long as it's a real bird, I will identify it.
Okay. Here we go. Ready?
Yep. That's a bird.
I hate you so much. Good night, everybody.
God damn it.
But if anyone really wants to know what it was, it's a bluefoot booby.
Gosh, this is a family show. You can't say that here. I'm so angry right now.
If Josh saying that's a bird isn't the after credits clip, I'm gonna be so fucking angry.
I haven't made a TikTok for a while for this page.
I was gonna bring that up today because I was sitting at home and I was like, Jake hasn't made any TikToks with our Mutineer page in a really long time, and I went back to see when the last one was, and it was like in July.
Really? It's been that long?
I think so. Hold on, let me go back and check.
But you know what reminded me is when you reposted the
Because I was going back and I was like, fuck, this one needs to be seen again. So I shared that one. reshared that one.
Boy, am I going to be super proud to introduce Josh's bird identification school this week.
Let's see. Okay, so now let's see.
Starting 2023 strong, like bear or moose.
Yeah. July 12th was the last TikTok we.
Wow. Was it the X-Men one?
Well, hold on.
You can ask me anything you want. All right.
Yep.
It's what was Wolverine's mutant power with Tim? That's the one.
Remember Tim?
Yeah, we're week.
Rings a bell.
We have a podcast again.
he forgot. No, he has family in town, but like other family, not me and you. So that's a dick move. Tim, when you listen to this,
man,
you're not here. So that happened. But anyway, guys, boy, do we have a show for you, because this is definitely a podcast. And you are listening to it. So really, you brought this on yourself.
Fellas. Wait, was somebody going to say something important? Because I was going to dive into some nonsense.
No, this is the Mutineers podcast.
Oh, shit, right.
Important.
Right. Silly me.
Yeah, I was just identifying birds earlier. So
no. Well, you did good though.
Do not encourage this.
I wasn't disappointed with your identification.
Hold on.
What?
He specified to me to not pick any like fake birds.
Right.
I don't think that would have mattered.
Well, I had to make it seem legit.
All right. Jordan, what were you gonna say? I cut you off with my anger. I'm sorry.
I have some bad news / good news that I have to bring everybody.
Okay.
The bad news. Well, I don't know. Which one do you want first?
The bad news, since you
want the bad news first?
Yeah.
Okay. I am no longer going to Disneyland for my birthday.
No. I mean, I knew this, but I have to feign.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. No. Wait, I'm glad. Hold on. I'm glad you specified that you already knew it, and then you had to feign disappointment, because otherwise it would have just sounded genuinely shitty.
Yeah, you should.
Guys, I'm not going to Disney World anymore. No.
Anyway, yeah. Damn it.
Yeah. The reason we're not going to Disneyland is because we pieced together that something like 5 or 6 attractions were going to be shut down that 1 week while I was there. So Toontown was going to be completely closed because they're building Runaway Railway, which we kind of knew that going in. So, we were willing to take a little bit of a hit, but not a major hit.
Right.
There's the possibility of Web Slingers being down while we're there, and that's like the brand new hot ass ride in Avengers Campus, so that's a big one. Small World was going to be down because they were taking the holiday overlay off of it, which I still as much as I don't do the Small World in Disney World, I would have loved to have done the one in Disneyland.
It's the original,
right?
And it's so much different but the same, and it's weird.
I've been hearing heavy rumors that Radiator Springs Racers was going to be down.
No.
Yeah.
That's just because, so when they improved Test Track, they just improved the scenery, not the ride, and it still breaks as much.
Fair enough. Wait, real quick, is that the same track?
No.
Okay.
Same ride system, but totally different track.
Okay.
With some of the same jokes, when the diesel truck pops out of nowhere and scares you.
Oh, okay, that one is in there, but it's Mac.
Yeah.
Another big one for me was Indiana Jones was going to be down for a refurbishment, which they're probably doing because the movie comes out in June. So they're probably getting a jump in on that, which, I could have, I was willing to let all of that go as long as I could experience the original Haunted Mansion without the Nightmare Before Christmas overlay. And then 2 weeks ago, it was reported that the overlay was going to stretch to January 28th, and then the entire ride was going down January 29th for an extended period of time for a massive refurbishment. The ride was going to go down January 29th. We arrived January 30th.
No.
So Chelsea and I made the decision to just cancel the Disneyland trip, which sucks because I only get one 40th birthday. And that was going to be my 40th birthday. I've been trying to convince her to go to Disneyland for 5 years now, and it did not happen. The silver lining of everything is that I looked at how much we were paying for the hotel, because we're going to stay at the Disneyland Hotel.
Oof.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
We were paying about $350 a night to stay at Disneyland Hotel.
Holy shit, that's it?
That's it.
That's pretty good.
That is insanely cheap for the Disneyland Hotel.
So,
I am proud of you, sir. Probably because nothing's open.
That's like Paradise Pier hotel
I even
prices.
went out of my way and got a reservation for Blue Bayou on my birthday for my birthday dinner, because that's the one thing I really wanted to go and try restaurant wise.
Yeah, but Jordan, the Blue Bayou is under construction and the walls are up. Hi, I'm Twitter.
No, you know what the thing that pissed me off the most about that was I had asked for dining reservations, and I mentioned that I already have I'm already planning on eating at Blue Bayou because that is the one, like, that is something on my must-do list. And then the responses I got were, "Oh, don't do that. Do this instead." No, that's not what I asked. I didn't fucking ask you to tell me to not do the thing that I already said I wanted to do. I asked you to recommend something in addition to. I fucking hate it.
What else is there?
I fucking hate it when I'm like, hey, I would like this recommendation. I'm doing thing A. Name some things B, C, and D that I could also do. Oh, don't do thing A. Do this instead. Oh, that's not what I fucking asked you.
I love how I tell people that Jordan's the nicest, friendliest guy I know. No, here, listen to this.
You know a lot of assholes.
It's true. I mean, and Jordan still is the nicest, friendliest guy I know.
So I did some quick reconnaissance, and I noticed that that Port Orleans, Riverside, and French Quarter both had rooms open for the week that we were thinking about going to Disneyland. On top of that, the room was $50 to $80 cheaper a night. So yeah, so I messaged.
Orleans?
Yeah.
What? I need to go on vacation.
So
Wait. Riverside?
Both of them.
Wow.
So I messaged Jillian, and shout out to Jillian As You Wish for booking all of my trips over the last year or so. Oh, there's a pen. It's not in focus, but that's her pen right there.
I'll get it. Just keep talking.
I asked if we were past the point of no return on the deposit, and she's like, "No, the deposit's completely refundable since the payment was due on the 31st of December."
Jillian's here.
Jillian! We will get you to Disneyland
2023.
So I asked her to do some reconnaissance, and she's like, "No, it's totally refundable." I was like, "Okay, well, hold on a sec. Stay tuned because we might be changing plans." I talked to Chelsea. Chelsea went on, and I wanted to stay at French Quarter because the room, it was a 2 queen bed room, which kind of sucks because we prefer a king bed, but it was like $270 something a night. I was like, I think we can get away with this. And Chelsea said, well, why don't we stay at Riverside and do this room, because this room has a ticket package attached to it. So with the money that we didn't spend on the hotel at Disneyland, we were actually able to add an extra day to a trip at Disney World and we're staying at the Royal Guest Rooms at Port Orleans Riverside, which are like the nice fancy rooms with like shit on the wall that lights up.
Was it Royal Guest Rooms?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna pull up a picture of one.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
There should be like a lot of Tiana artwork in there.
Yes, I see it now. Okay, let me pull this up just so we can share with our viewers. Real quick, Josh, what is this?
Bird.
Okay. Good job.
Now let me actually pull up.
Josh is really good at this.
Yeah,
I told you guys, I've been practicing.
Knocking it out of the park. Okay, there's the Royal Guest Room.
Yeah. So
nice.
Yeah. So this is what we're rocking. So it sucks because it's 2 queens, which we'll each get our own bed. But all this shit on the walls light up, and like there's a whole bunch of like ornate I don't know, decorations and whatnot.
That is awesome.
If
look,
there's carpet.
The flying carpet is right.
Yeah, if that doesn't fly you around the fucking parks, I'm gonna be so disappointed.
Well, that's our park hopper.
Good.
So
I like it. Fuck monorails.
On top of that, since we were going, there was also a ticket package attached to it, and we were able to save like, I don't know, like $400 or $300-$400 with the ticket deal that was attached to that room.
Wait, you're going to Disney World for cheaper?
Yeah,
essentially. Hey, I just got curious and I opened up.
This timeline's weird.
What is
this timeline?
Yeah. So I opened up to see what the Disneyland hotel rooms look like.
Mm-hmm.
They probably look the same as they did in the 70s. Yeah.
Jordan, I'm going to say this. You probably got an upgrade on this. I mean, I feel like the Disneyland Hotel, you're paying for the name, which is fine. It's the Disneyland Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't it used to be like the Travel Lodge?
No, it was always the Disneyland Hotel. It was just owned by someone that was not Disneyland.
Yeah. It was
Mr. Howard Johnson? I don't know. I made that up. Don't quote me on that.
I'll look it up while you guys are talking.
No, we're done.
Oh, well, shit! I better look it up faster.
Anyway,
so we're going. I think it's gonna. Overall, I think we're spending like $1,000 less.
That is incredible,
and that's not including the $1,000 that we were gonna have to spend for round trip plane tickets. Like maybe like it was 900 or 800 or 900, but I'm just rounding up to 1,000. But
that's fair.
So we can fly round trip to Orlando for $250-$300.
Nice.
So yeah.
Also, I do want to point out, I feel like you made the right choice here, because when people go to Disneyland for their first time, especially Disney World people, I kind of have like a ranked list of must-do rides, kind of like Stacy, but Jake. Mm-hmm. And most of the rides that you said would be on that list.
Right.
So, like, I'd say after Rise of the Resistance, the greatest just overall thematically Disney rides ever are Radiator Springs Racers and Indiana Jones. Like, those are the rides that blow you out of the water, and they're closed. So, yeah. Hey, Jordan, don't go to Disneyland.
So,
not yet.
So Disneyland Hotel was owned by Jack Rather, who was a oil billionaire.
What? Owning a hotel? That's weird.
Probably millionaire. In the 50s, I don't think there's billionaires yet. I mean, I'm sure there were, but not like there are now. Billionaires and hoarders are the exact same in my mind.
Yeah, the only difference is that hoarders don't keep their shit in a bank account. Yeah,
keep it in their living room.
Not an offshore bank account. That's that's the phrase I was looking for.
Yeah.
It's more of a off pool underground in a can.
The bank account in the Cayman Islands.
Oh, you don't have one of those?
What?
I don't have one of those either.
You know who did?
Our business manager, the succulent.
No, he's just got a little hole in his pot. He just buries it in there.
In his plant pot?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's hired. I like him already.
Yeah. He's pretty good with money. Doesn't spend
Jordan,
it a whole lot.
You did mention that you only get one 40th birthday, but you also have many 40th unbirthdays.
True.
And damn it, I'm going to get you to Disneyland because I want to go with you.
It's right over there. Have you thought of like a second 40th birthday?
Well, hold on. No, he can't go on his birthday because every year he's going to run into this same problem because, like, look, Disneyland is a very local specific park. Every year, and I'm sorry I didn't think about this when you announced that you were going to Disneyland for your birthday. That is the off season, and they take full advantage of the off season with ride refurbishments.
Apparently,
I mean that's pretty constant. Like usually when I go to Disneyland, which I haven't been for years now, it's always like in March to like the spring break season, which is also a bad time, but then like fall and what Josh was saying.
Yeah, late October, early November.
When everything's open, but then everything's Halloween and you're going to get the Nightmare Before Christmas Haunted Mansion, which is not bad. But if you're wanting to see the original Haunted Mansion, don't go during that time.
Because you won't see it.
Well, you'll see the outside of it. It's just under all that stuff.
Yeah. True.
It's in there. Oh, so that's very controversial. Hey, speaking of controversies, are you guys ready to get into this?
Sure.
Because here's what we attempt to do every year, and sometime around June or July, I start forgetting.
Oh, hey, hit the Let's Talk Some Disney button.
We've been talking some Disney.
Let's talk some Disney!
Okay.
Josh is gunning for a promotion over here. I forgot about that button. It's been a while. Anyway, every year, shit happens. And a lot of people complain about this shit. But a lot of times, I'm being way too vague. How can I say this better? Every year, Disney announces things, some good, some bad. And Diz Twitter loses its shit.
Complains about all of it.
Every single. This is why, like around June and July, I'm like, I can't keep up. It's every day. So I do my best, and Jordan helps out, and sometimes Josh says something. And we, throughout the year, we keep track of the biggest Diz Twitter controversies. So I have last year's controversies right here in front of me. Should we go through them?
The Mickey Mutineers list of Diz Twitter controversies 2022.
I'm glad you kept track this year because I've been, practicing my bird identification.
It's paid off.
Knocking it out of the park, Josh.
Guys.
Jake, did you send me that list?
Yeah, yesterday when we were talking about it.
All right, I didn't know if you.
Did you send it to me?
No.
Oh.
I'm gonna read it to you though.
Okay. I'll just be confused about it like I am every year. So,
like, here's the thing: you say that, Josh, but as yesterday when me and Jordan were talking about it, I sent him the list and I'm reading it back. I'm like, I don't remember this happening this year.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot. It's a lot of things that was not.
Well, 2020's been a long year.
Oh, wait, real quick, Jordan, I asked you this. Josh, I'm going to ask you this.
Okay.
Without looking it up, just look at me square in the eyes. When did Notre Dame burn down?
2019.
Damn it. Everyone's better than me. I was going to say 2021. I thought it was way more recent than it was.
No, because, the Catholic Church collected donations to rebuild it, and then the world ended.
Oh, right. All right. Hey, Josh, what is this?
Bird.
All right, nice. And something has happened to my camera.
Yeah, I know. What's up with that?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
All right, I'll just take a picture of me and put it over that part when I put this on YouTube. It's fine, guys. I'll just take a still from earlier in the show. Anyway, let's go through this list.
Okay.
So on January 14th, 2022, the Figment popcorn buckets debuted at the Festival of the Arts.
Oh God, I remember that.
The line was 7 hours long.
For a fucking bucket.
Yeah. A bucking fuck it. Wait.
So it's if I remember correctly, the controversy wasn't so much the lines, which even that did play a part in it, but it was that there were people exceeding their purchase limit, and Disney wasn't doing anything about it.
Right.
Right. And I think that happened another time this last year too.
So like all of the resellers were going and walking out with like 6 Figment buckets while there's an entire line.
Yeah, just handfuls of buckets.
Buckets of buckets.
Buckets of buckets. And buckets in those buckets.
Buckets all the way down.
Yeah, it was a reseller problem and not doing anything about the reseller problem. And then the buckets were gone. And I'm going to be honest.
Well, they weren't gone. They were on eBay.
Well, no, the resellers came in, purchased more than their fair share of these buckets because there was no limit on them. And they all sold out like really like within the day, right? And then it took about 2 weeks for them to get or a week or so to get more in. And then when they got more in, like there was more than enough for everybody.
Which is weird. I'm looking at eBay right now. I know you guys can't see me, but so they're on eBay for ranging from $86 to $200. Which
I don't even want to spend the $15 that it cost at the park.
I would spend the $15.
Or maybe it was like 40.
But you're absolutely right, because they did come back. Like they opened that entire did they open the festival arena for the popcorn buckets?
I think they did.
It was somewhere. It was like the festival arena or the Wonders of Life Pavilion. I don't remember, but yeah. And they were like, "Look at all the buckets we have," and then everybody got a bucket.
I don't think it was Wonders of Life because they're doing construction on the.
I think it was the Imagination Pavilion, like the ImageWorks or some shit.
I mean, there were still long lines to get the bucket, but they were. I mean, it wasn't one of those. Oh, I'm going to wait in line and maybe not get a bucket. But I do know that there were. What this ended up spawning was people who started to do this move where they would buy a bucket and then film themselves giving an extra bucket to somebody who was at the end of the line for internet clout.
I hate that so much.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, or I did and forgot.
I mean, there were people who were doing it genuinely, and then there were people who were doing it for internet clout.
Right. Like people who didn't film it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's the difference.
The people who didn't film it and said, "Hey, look at me. Look at this thing I'm doing.
Look how nice I am. No one is more humble than me."
Let me tell you a quick story.
Okay.
Years ago, I used to help out in Atlanta for a charity. And the charity would go every December, would put clothes and food bags together, and we would distribute them out to various spots of homeless people in Atlanta. And I helped out for 2, maybe 3 years. And every year it was very uncomfortable because the guy who ran it would bring a photographer and would photograph all of like the more prominent members, handing all of these bags of supplies to the people in need. And there was something about it that just didn't sit right with me. Like I specifically asked them not to take my photo while doing it.
Good.
Just because there's just something that didn't feel right about it. And then my hunch was right. And I've not helped out with that charity since. But there was just something that and they're like, "Oh, well, these are just promotional photos that we can put on the website. So like people can and I was like, for what? Like What? So people can see you doing the nice thing? I don't know. Like it just
Don't call it
bothered me.
promotional photos. That's weird in itself.
Yeah. And I'm like, it just bothered me. It bothered me.
Yeah. I don't. Ew. All right, next on the list is all the way from January 14th. We jump to January 27th.
Oh, a whole almost fortnight.
Almost. We almost made it. That was when Minnie Mouse got a temporary pantsuit for Disneyland Paris.
Isn't this when like a whole bunch of Diz Twitter conservatives started making comparisons to like Hillary Clinton with the pantsuit?
Yes, because there's only one woman in history ever who's worn a pantsuit, and it's that baby eater. Well, I don't know what they call her.
Buttery Mills.
Buttery Mills.
Oh man.
Hold on.
I do.
Jillian said this looks like a therapy session with Jordan, and his therapist is phoning it in. Am I the therapist?
Maybe.
Okay. I'll charge you after.
Okay. I'll put it on Josh's tab.
As long as you're not an analrepist.
All right. If you could see me, you would see that I'd be very disappointed in that. Anyway, but this pantsuit from Minnie, like it was some big artist or designer or something.
It was a fashion designer, and it was just a one-off for this one show, and
it was for Disneyland Paris's 30th anniversary.
Yeah. Conservatives were all upset because they're taking Minnie's gender away, and oh fuck.
And the M&Ms aren't sexy anymore.
Yeah. It was,
Wait.
It was what's his name? Carson Daly.
From Total Request Live?
Yeah. No, why not? Hey, we just got a spam comment.
What is it? Holy shit, what is it?
Should I just pull it up?
Yeah. Why not?
Hi, I'd like to offer promotion of your channel, viewers, followers, views, chatbots. Chatbots, you say? The price is lower than any competitor. The quality is guaranteed to be the best. Is this the asshole that shut my webcam off? Hey, fuck you, guy.
Man, when you said spam comment, I wasn't expecting 4 lines of text.
I'm not even done. Incredibly flexible and convenient order management panel. Sir, we have a succulent plant that handles all this. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Everything is in your hands. Everything's already in my hands. Go to dogehype.com.
But they spelled out dot.
Yeah, because they don't want to be found out as a spam. The good thing is Jillian's in.
All right.
Guaranteed. All right, where were we? From the pantsuit, we move to the very next day, January 28th.
Fuck, we're not even out of January yet?
No, but there's going to be quite a leap after February.
Oh, okay.
On January 28th, they started swapping the road signs out at Disney World, featuring new colorblind-friendly signs.
So, if I remember correctly, Disney hadn't made an announcement that they were doing it specifically for the reason of that they were more colorblind friendly. They just started to swap them out, and then people jumped to conclusions and was like, "Why is Disney changing these signs?" Like no one asked like a legitimate question. They were just mad that Disney was changing something.
There was people that were screaming that Disney ruined their fucking childhood by changing those fucking road signs.
First off, those road signs are fucking ugly. Those are just nothing but late 90s purples and greens and yellows. And it was gaudy as shit.
Yeah, they were the extreme generation.
Oh, man.
With the Disney DX channel and all that stuff.
That one was so weird.
Oh, that was so weird. And then somebody finally came out and said, hey, Disney changed these signs because they're actually more friendly to seeing impaired people who have like colorblind or have colorblindness issues. And then the response wasn't, oh, okay, well, never mind. That's actually a really good thing. The response was, Disney ruins everything.
Why are we being inclusive? But you know what's funny? I didn't realize how bad the old ones were until the new ones started coming out. And it was exactly what you just said, Jordan. It was like, oh, those were really like over the top.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
They're fucking horrible.
It's like those were signs were designed by the same clothing designer for Bugle Boy or some shit like that. They just looked awful.
Wait, the Beagle Boys have clothing?
Yes. These signs were designed by No Fear.
It's weird. My sign says Big Johnson on it.
Josh had a Big Johnson shirt.
Yeah, not Big Johnson though.
No, emphasis on shirt.
yeah.
All right. From that day, we jumped to February 20th. But this wasn't a specific day. It had been ongoing for weeks prior to this. The Nova Corps starship at the new, in front of the... Everyone, that was the sound of Josh rolling his eyes. In front of the new, what the hell is that ride called? Jake, are you on a Disney podcast? Yeah, I thought so, but I can't remember the name of the Guardians
Cosmic
ride.
Rewind.
Cosmic Rewind! Thanks, Jordan.
You're welcome.
So while it was still under construction, the Nova Corps ship was out front, and it had a very visible support beam holding it up, unthemed, behind a construction wall. I need to add that. Behind a construction wall.
Mm-hmm.
The masses thought it was the final product and that Disney had gotten cheap because it was just like an I-beam. And it was. But, you know, I-beams hold up a lot of weight and they're very efficient.
Yeah.
And this is when an actual, I didn't even get the name, but an actual former Imagineer/engineer offered their perspective and the masses didn't believe him.
What was it? I'm afraid to say the name just in case it wasn't him, but was it Dave Cobb?
That sounds familiar, but I'm not sure.
I feel like he had some stuff to say on the issue around that time, or the criticisms of the beam, or I'm sorry, criticisms on the criticisms of the beam. Like he was explaining why the beam is there and why it needs to be there. I feel like it might have been him. I could be wrong, but anyway, continue.
Well, you know, we just don't have repulsor engines yet, and so the fucking thing had to have some kind of support.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the sad thing. Like, and the engineer had to just basically come out and say, it needs to be held up.
Right, and I think what's really funny is that everybody on Diz Twitter who doesn't have an engineering degree and or degrees
That day they did.
Was like, well, they could have done this instead. I'm like, no. Do you think that if you, a person with 0 of those degrees, came up with that idea, that the person with said degrees didn't also come up with that idea and go, it won't work because of this? I don't understand it.
No, they're engineers. They make things more complicated on purpose.
But the thing, I think another part of the controversy was, now that I'm looking at it, was that it didn't match the concept art, because in the concept art, there is no support beam, but it's concept art. It is art of a concept. And there's a ship there, but obviously the ship can't hover in place.
I like how we're comparing what we actually got to something, a compound phrase made up of 2 words called concept and art.
Hold on. Can you imagine if this was like the early 80s and people saw the concept art for World Showcase, the theme park, where it was all just like the indoor pods? And then they went to Epcot. They're like, the hell is this shit? Outdoors, spacious? No, I hate it.
Just total fucking opposite.
Combined with another theme park? What the? This one was supposed to be a city, by the way. Anyway. And then the last note I had on that day, this is the kicker. Turns out it was not the final product.
Oh, yeah. No, they put sheet metal around that I-beam.
but themed sheet metal. I think it looks cool. Looks nice.
I thought it looked cool with just a fucking I-beam.
You know what would have been awesome is
If Disney just said fuck it and left it.
and then and in Guardians of the Galaxy 3, James Gunn goes out of his way to show one of these ships landing on an I-beam support. And just done.
Like in She-Hulk calling out all the sexist Twitter users.
Every week, and they were so accurate. It was amazing. I love She-Hulk.
And then they got even more big mad whenever they got called out.
Yeah,
It is, you incel. Shut up. Go back to your mom.
this is the worst Marvel show. MCU. Yeah, that was in the episode. You stole that. Okay, so then this is the leap. So we go from February 20th to September 9th.
I feel like there was something in between there, but I also want to say it was probably just rehashed Save Splash Mountain bullshit.
Yeah, that came up a few times, which it's going to make a final appearance on this list later on.
Yeah.
So September 9th-ish was the D23 Expo. And they announced a bunch of stuff. One of the things they announced was that Snow White was not being played by a white actress. And also, neither was Ariel. And shit hit the fan.
Didn't they also drop the teaser that weekend?
Yeah. It was so good.
Yeah.
I watched it so many times. Not only did I watch it so many times, then I watched like the children's reactions to watching it so many times.
Mm-hmm.
It was so good. It was so heartwarming.
It was
I loved
good.
every second of it. And people just have to ruin it. I'm so excited for that movie.
No, shitty white people have to ruin it. Be specific.
What did I say?
You just said people have to ruin it.
Oh, yeah, shitty white people. No, you were right.
Yeah.
Thank you. When I rant, I don't remember what I said a couple seconds ago, which could also be dangerous. Anyway, yeah, shitty white people. I love it. And also on that same D23 weekend, Splash Mountain made another appearance. But again, we're going to put a pin in that. October 12th. I don't have a big memory on this one, but this is when Disney raised the price of alcohol.
I remember.
Josh laughing in soberness. Hey, Josh, by the way, I'm really proud of you. 6 months
thanks.
up top. Everybody, 6 months for Josh.
Look, I got my 6-month chip.
Hey, look at that.
And Satanic Temple.
There's a uterus on the back.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's on purpose.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, one of their biggest things that they go for is reproductive rights.
Oh, that makes so much sense. I love it even more now. Anyway, Josh, proud of you. Good job.
Thanks.
The one and only time I'm going to be nice to you on the show.
Really? You're proud of me for
Shut up,
identifying
Josh.
birds
God.
Worked so hard at the bird identification.
No, you're doing good at that too. Anyway, Disney raised alcohol prices. And like, why were people surprised?
That one kind of came and went. Like, I feel like people were mad about it for like an hour.
The dude bros that go to Epcot just to drink were mad.
You might be right.
Yeah. God, those guys are so annoying.
Yeah. The next one is my favorite one, though. I kind of want to save it for last. Should we come back to that one?
No, let's do chronologically.
Okay. November 7th. Someone on Twitter thought it would be a good idea to start a podcast about Diz Twitter drama and controversies. And I don't know why anyone would think it would be a good idea to just constantly list out the controversies of Diz Twitter. What were they thinking?
Can you fucking imagine the nerve of some people?
Hey,
so
guys.
irritating. What,
Josh?
Jordan, have you ever heard the story of how we got started?
I think so.
I was making fun of a mice chat thread in my own mice chat thread, and I was told that it was inappropriate on so many levels. And I was blocked and banned and everything.
Yeah, Josh got an angry email from Mr. Mice Chat.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Meischat emailed you?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I told him to fuck off.
He
I
wasn't happy about it. Also, speaking of starting this podcast, you did skip over the vasectomy.
Well, that was a part of it too.
I'm not making this up.
Jake tried to make me laugh. All my nuts hurt.
Anyway, so, yeah, I left the Twitter username off of this one, but this one went on for a couple weeks.
So the difference between what they're doing and what we're doing is that that person wanted to further flame the controversies. Like they wanted to indulge in those controversies, not offer any kind of, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? Not recourse, but discourse. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for. Not offer any kind of solution, but it seemed like all the person wanted to do was continuously fuel the flames of those controversies. Yeah,
and just letting it burn down. And they thought this was a good idea. Like, friendships are going to be made over this. What? No, it's a terrible idea. And I felt like it was a lot of like what we're complaining about right here is the stuff people complain about within the parks or Disney announcements or shitty white people. I think it was also to like shit talk a lot of people too. Yeah, it was personal. It was like, fuck this guy. Right. And it was weird. It was a lot of ick. But it's way better when you just make fun of Diz Twitter as a whole. Right. Then you get away with it.
Okay.
Unless one single person absolutely deserves it, then fuck that person.
And that person is
the guy that got mad at the stormtroopers. Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy. Fuck that
and Rob
guy. Albee. He sucks too.
Are you still blocked by him?
Of course I am.
Oh, so lucky.
And you know what? I'm gonna throw out another. I'm gonna fuck that Mickey Views guy.
Yeah, and Mice Chat.
Yeah, and fuck Mice Chat in particular.
God, yeah.
I feel like we're going off on a tangent we don't need to go on.
No, wait, hold on, I'm done. Fuck Inside the Magic.
Did Disney Food Blog get all lazy on their writing and start doing fucking clickbait, or was that Inside the Magic?
That's Inside the Magic.
That was Inside the Magic.
Disney Food Blog's still pretty good.
Yeah, Disney Food Blog is.
I forget which one got all fucking lazy and.
That's a bummer too, because Inside the Magic, they were like my first go to, and then yeah, that's a bummer.
Now it's just like
Food Blog. I still go to them. I forget things.
Oh man, my favorite. I don't even remember what she changed it to, but Ivy Marie. Sincerely, Ivy Marie, when they stole her story and to her Twitter, and then she changed her name to like
fucking Inside the Magic or something like that.
Yeah, it was glorious. And they didn't change it for a couple days.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, was this year the year that those freaking influencers went to Disneyland with COVID? Or was that last year?
I think that was last year, but it got found out this year.
Yeah.
That might have been in the summer. That might have been in that February to September.
On Diz Twitter controversies. Fuck those people.
Guys, this feels good. This feels really, really good. I like this. Our annual airing of grievances. And then December 2nd, when Disney announced the final closing dates of Splash Mountain. And this is where it all came to a head. For the record, I'm still doing a lot of hand motions, even though you guys can't see me, because it makes me feel real good. And I'm burning calories. Also, I don't have pants on.
This one felt so good because I was at work. It was a Friday. And of course, they're going to release that shit on a Friday because that's how they always release like news of ride closures. It's going to be like a Friday afternoon. But oh my God, when I read that, I was like, oh no. Oh no, the internet is going to explode. Diz Twitter is going to have kittens today.
One last awful hurrah.
Oh man. And let me tell you, the shitty Save Splash Mountain people did not disappoint.
I do want to point out that when we played our Epcot D&D round, which we need to revisit because Josh wasn't there, we did kill a Save Splash Mountain person.
That person deserved it.
Well, yeah.
Nice.
and everyone applauded. Everyone in the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone on the bus. I don't know.
Nice.
And then to round off the year, there was one final one coming in right at the finish line on December 28th, where a coffee shop opened in the boardwalk called Carousel Coffee. And Twitter is big mad that there is a lack of theming.
Oh my God.
Maybe it's themed like a coffee shop and nobody noticed.
Well, I don't know if you know exactly where the coffee shop is.
No.
But it's right off of one of the lobbies. I think it's Boardwalk, right, Jake?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're in the lobby of Boardwalk, it's just like over to the left.
Wait,
and
it's inside?
It is literally an extension of the lobby itself.
That
And
makes it
people
so
are
much better.
So angry.
I thought it was like one of the outdoor things, like by Beaches and Cream and stuff.
No,
like along the boardwalk.
Yeah, you can get in there from a different entrance, but you can also get in there from the lobby. And then people were so mad that there were just framed pictures of carousels in there, and that it wasn't completely themed to a carousel.
That's like people being mad that a hotel bar seemed like a hotel bar.
Right.
It's a hotel coffee bar.
People are like, there's no theming. It's like, buddy, you're just going for a cup of coffee. You're not. There's no ride in there. It's not like you're going down a slide to get your coffee.
I hope it was one of those big carafes of just plain hotel coffee.
Man. I think it serves Joffrey's coffee. I don't think it's any kind of any special brew or anything.
It's just the park's coffee.
Yeah.
Well, so I've got one thing we missed, and I don't have a date, but it's within the last 2 or 3 months. You know the body wash products you get at the Disney hotels?
Yes.
Company went out of business. They're gone forever.
Oh, that was a thing.
Yeah.
People started like hoarding them.
I mean, I did that before that happened.
That's just because they were free body washes.
Yeah. And they smell so good.
Yeah.
And the tea tree oil just tingles the hair.
How dare this company go out of business?
Yeah.
You know what? Just for funsies, we'll just put that in that space between February and September. It happened in there.
Okay.
Yay, we did it. But yeah, I back to the coffee shop. But just one last thing. After Jordan told me that, I looked up pictures of the coffee shop.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like a coffee shop. I just didn't.
Can you share
What a fucking novel idea that a coffee shop looks like a coffee shop and not like a goddamn spaceship.
There's no clown slapping my ass or anything. What the hell?
Built like a steakhouse, but handles like a bistro.
Hey, Josh, real quick, what's this?
Bird.
Awesome. Okay, thank you.
Well, guys, I think that about wraps it up for our first episode of 2023. And boy, howdy, we're going to start the controversy list of 2023 when something controversial happens. Granted, this is January 2nd, so give it a day or two. I'm sure something will pop up. But guys, thanks for listening and or watching. And I promise I'll edit my stupid face into I don't know what's going on with my camera over here.
Yeah, you got to edit Cartoon Jake into it.
I just did a surprise face. I'll do that. I'll just paste him in there. Nice. Jordan, can we plug your new Instagram?
If you want. I don't know how far I'm going to go with it. It's Instagram. It's called Ghastly's Toy Crypt. And I realized that I was just kind of flooding for over the last year and a half, just flooding my Jordan Ghastly Instagram with all pictures of my toys. Which let me gesture to my entire room. That is the Toy Crypt, by the way. And I didn't know. I was like, I wonder if I should have a specific location for all this so I could just post my non-toy stuff there. I just didn't want the non-toy stuff to get lost in the toy stuff. So I started this other handle thinking that moving forward, all of the toy stuff is just going to be in Ghastly's Toy Crypt. and Jordan Gasly will just be a mix of everything that I do. So
Yeah, it's a good idea. I like it. I'm excited to see where it goes with it. Oh, look, there's a toy crypt right there. Oh, he's gone.
That was not a bird.
in fact, it was not. Good job.
It took me a second. Damn it, Josh. Hey,
I keep telling you, I've been practicing this shit. This is taking a lot of brain power, you guys.
No, you're doing really, really well. Very proud of you. Hey, we have merch, and you can find links to our merch right below. And you can also find links to Jordan's YouTube channel. And what the heck is Jake talking about? And soon, a new channel. I'm hoping we'll be up this year. Guys.
Didn't we record it like 2 years ago?
Buddy, me and Chloe recorded Topsy 2 years ago. Animation takes a long time.
Yeah.
But I'm very excited about it. Next episode, so in 2 weeks, will be roughly our 10th anniversary episode.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. It will, won't it?
So we're going to have announcements, which is why we're cutting this one short, because we need to go talk about what we're going to announce.
We didn't cut it short.
Yeah, it's like 3 minutes short.
Okay.
Anyway, and you can find all those links down below. Hey, if you enjoyed us, we are and always will be the Mickey Mutineers. If you didn't enjoy us, we're inside the magic.
That's a bird.